If you're constantly unmotivated, distracted, or feel like you're lacking motivation and drive, this video will explain why. And stay with me here because I'm going to share with you how most people unknowingly destroy their motivation and how you can ensure that you get it back. And the truth is, it has to do with your dopamine reward center. And honestly, everything that you think you know about dopamine is wrong. Most people believe that dopamine is the pleasure chemical, but that's not true. Dopamine isn't about pleasure. It's about the pursuit of pleasure. It's the molecule of more novelty, more stimulation, more scrolling. Dopamine doesn't care about having. Its only concern is getting. That's why doom scrolling is so addictive. Your brain doesn't even enjoy the content. It just likes the cheap hit of dopamine. And this is where things get dangerous. The very first source of dopamine that you give your brain first thing in the morning predicts your focus, productivity, emotional reactivity, and motivation all day long. I'm a mindset and mental performance coach, and one thing that I never do is reach for my phone or scroll social media first thing in the morning. And not because I'm more disciplined than anyone else, but because I understand what it does to your brain and how it kills your drive, focus, motivation, and productivity. Social media is designed to be highly habit forming. That shit's addictive and you know it. These platforms have literally spent billions of dollars learning how to hijack your reward center and keep you hooked for as long as possible. It's not a lack of self-discipline. It's not even your fault. They know exactly what they're doing. And when your first hit of dopamine comes from your phone or social media, you're priming your brain to anticipate, expect, and want that stimulation all day long. And that craving results in a restlessness, lack of fulfillment, constant distraction, and a dramatic drop in focus and productivity. Think about how often you stop what you're doing and instinctively reach for your phone. That's not a lack of self-discipline. That's your brain constantly chasing that same hit of dopamine that it got first thing in the morning. And here's the other thing that most people don't realize. When you check your phone first thing in the morning, your brain skips critical brainwave frequency states needed for optimal and peak performance. Ideally, your brain transitions from delta while you're in deep sleep through theta, then alpha, and then into beta when you're alive, alert, and active. When you start your day by reaching for your phone and flood your system with emails, notifications, dings, and doom scrolling, you literally bypass those calm creative states and jump right into beta. This activates your sympathetic nervous system, which is also known as your fight, flight, freeze, or freak out, spikes your dopamine and increases cortisol, and reduces your mindfulness and attention span. You're literally setting yourself up to be more stressed, more scattered, and more emotionally reactive before the day even starts. And this is how dopamine depletion sets in. Dopamine depletion happens when your brain is overstimulated with cheap, instant, easy to access rewards. Doom scrolling, endless short form content, and passive pleasure. Each hit feels good, but over time, your baseline drops. Motivation fades, focus disappears, and ambition out the window. You haven't lost your drive or your motivation. You've just numbed the exact system responsible for drive, motivation, and progress. You've literally trained your brain to expect dopamine from easy, superficial sources. And dopamine was never meant to work that way. So how do you fix it? First, change how you start your day. Get an old-fashioned radio alarm clock and get your phone out of the bedroom. This is win-win because it will actually help you fall asleep faster the night before and ensure you get a higher quality sleep. And it's going to remove the temptation to reach for your phone first thing in the morning anyway. Then replace that habit with a simple, positive, and empowering habit instead. This part's critical. You've got to link dopamine to progress. Read, write, review your goals or affirmations, or go for a walk or a short workout. Every time you take action or complete a small task like making your bed, you're literally training your brain to link reward with action. Even tiny wins count, and each one builds momentum and trains your brain to want the next one. This is how you train your brain to want progress, not just passive pleasure. And when that happens, growth becomes easier and more automatic. Motivation becomes consistent, focus becomes easier, and discipline stops feeling like a fight. Not because life got any easier, but because you've trained your brain to want forward momentum. So here's the truth. If you start your day with screens, dings, notifications, and doom scrolling, you're training your system to want cheap hits all day long. You'll feel drained, distracted, and unmotivated. Instead, if you start your day with a small win, you train your brain to crave progress. Stop chasing passive pleasure. Start chasing progress. Do hard things, start small, stack wins, and watch the momentum grow. That's how you hack your brain, your motivation, and your results. If this was helpful, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and send to a friend who needs to hear this today.